Hi, my name is Paul De Cinque and I'm the Chair of Music Education and Brass at the UWA Conservatorium of Music. Today we're going to look at all the different percussion instruments listed in the ATAR Music Syllabus, and I'm lucky to have one of our students, Dylan, here to help with this video. He is here to demonstrate the sound and how to play each instrument. Let's start with mallet percussion. The xylophone has a series of wooden bars and has metal resonators below to amplify the sound. Players generally use harder mallets on the xylophone, which gives it a crisp sound. We can play single notes, chords, and roll on the xylophone. The vibraphone is similar in construction to the xylophone, except that it has metal bars and usually players use softer mallets. This gives it a gentler metallic sound. We also have a pedal on the vibraphone, which creates longer resonance, similar to the way a piano works. Here is the same music you just heard, but with the pedal being used. Next, we have the marimba. It is similar to the xylophone in that it has wooden bars, but it is a much larger instrument and has much larger resonators. Players tend to use medium mallets on this instrument, and it has a much softer tone than the xylophone. The glockenspiel is the smallest of our mallet percussion instruments. It has metal bars but no resonators, and players use either brass mallets or harder plastic mallets. It has a piercing tone that rings for an extended period. There are two types of tambourines. The one commonly used in orchestral music has a skin on the top. It can be played with a thumb roll, where the thumb is pushed against the friction of the skin to get a roll sound. We can also use a single strike and a shake roll on this tambourine. The second type is more commonly used in popular music, and this one doesn't have a skin. Here we can use a combination of shaking and hitting to create an accompaniment rhythm, along with other rhythmic effects. There are many types of instruments we call shakers. Basically, all shakers have a solid body with beads inside. When we shake the body, the beads inside create the shaking sound. Dylan will demonstrate an egg shaker for us. The wood block looks like a big block of wood, but it has some hollow areas inside for resonance. The cowbell looks pretty similar to an actual cowbell. It's usually played with a drumstick or a mallet and produces a sharp metallic sound. The triangle is a common orchestral instrument. It can be quiet and delicate, or loud and project over the ensemble. We use a special triangle beater for this instrument, and we can use a single stroke or a roll. It can create a delicate metallic sound. Next are the congas. These are large wooden drums with a skin on the top. You usually see them in a pair, one lower and one higher pitch. You strike these with your hand on the skin, and depending on your hand shape and where on the skin you strike, you can produce different sounds. Dylan will demonstrate a bass tone, a dead tone, a slap, and then he'll play a rhythmic pattern combining all of these different sounds. The timpani are one of the most common orchestral percussion instruments. They have a skin on the top and a metallic body. We use a foot pedal to stretch and loosen the skin, which allows us to change the pitch of the drum. We use timpani mallets to play these, which may either be soft or hard, depending on how much clarity you want from the sound. Dylan will play a couple of different sounds for us: a single pitch, a roll, a glissando using the foot pedal so you can hear the pitch changing, and then he'll play a pattern for us using the two drums. The snare drum has a skin on top of a metallic or wooden body. Under the drum there are metallic springs which can be stretched to fit to the underskin. When engaged, these create the rattling part of the snare sound. Dylan will demonstrate the single stroke sound of the drum with the snares off and then on or engaged, and then he'll play a roll sound for us as well with the snares off and on as well. The bass drum is a much bigger drum with two skins and a wooden body. Again, we can play a single stroke sound or a roll on the drum. It's a very deep sound. Finally, we have the cymbals. We will look at two types, a suspended cymbal and crash cymbals. For the suspended cymbal, we use mallets to either make a single strike sound or roll for a continuous sound effect. For the crash cymbals, we crash the two cymbals together to create the sound, and we use our body to stop the sound. If you want to hear all of these instruments in action, I suggest you check out a really cool piece by French composer Edgar Varèse called Ionization. It's fantastic and shows the potential of the percussion family. I hope this video has been helpful, and best of luck for the rest of your ATAR music studies this year.